More on that coming up. But right now, we are joined by Tim Akins. Tim is here to make a candidate announcement. Tim Akins, good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning, Steve. It's football time in Tennessee for sure, right?
It sure is, Tim. Well, listen, you are making an announcement, and go ahead and tell me about that.
Yeah, Steve. I'm officially announcing my candidacy for the Bradley County Trustee. I've worked there for 12 years now. This decision has been something I've been thinking about for a long time, talking with my trustee, Mike Smith, and his intention to retire. He's been very supportive and encouraging to say, you know, you might want to think about this in the future. So that's the road I'm going down right now, and hopefully I'll get a shot at being the next Bradley County Trustee.
All right, Tim Akins announcing his run for Bradley County Trustee. Why? Why are you running for the trustee's office, Tim?
You know, I love working at the trustee's office. I love serving the community, love serving the people. I dig into the data and the tax roll and the stuff that we prepare every year for our taxpayers. You know, I work beside one of our former sheriff, Dan Gilley, a lot of times, and he says, you know, you'd be a great detective. You know, because when people come in, and I think I've actually helped you in the past about questions, you know, when they're asking about stuff, it's not really totally just about taxes. So you got to dig into the mapping. You got to dig into the deeds. You got to do some research. So it's kind of, it breaks my heart to tell somebody you got to go to another department, because I'm trying to answer every question they can.
Tim Akins joining us this morning, announcing his run for Bradley County Trustee. All right, so Tim, tell us a little about yourself, bud.
Steve, I'm a Bradley County native here. I was born in Bradley County. I've stayed here. Grew up in the Waterville area, went to Bradley High School, Cleveland State. I've taken continuing education from University of Tennessee, Mississippi State, training on Microsoft Office applications and Excel. Worked at Eaton Corporation for several years. Then I moved from Eaton and went to M&M Mars for about 12 years, and was actually off. Was, you know, think about, well, maybe that's going to be the end of it. And I had worked with Mike Smith's sister, Deborah Swafford, at Mars. And I told her, I said, if you ever have a need for somebody, and I might be interested in the job. So, Joy, I was on vacation. He calls me one day. He said, "Are you serious?" I said, "I might be, so come see me when you get back." So I went and talked to him, and that was the start of it. And you know, when I was talking to Mike, he said, "One thing I need you to do," he said, "we've got to get our office up in technology." He said, "We're behind. We need improvements. We've got to find opportunities to make our office more efficient." And that was my objective, and we've done a lot of work to do that in the past, and I think we're making good strides there.
Joined by Tim Akins making his announcement he's running for Bradley County Trustee. Let's talk about the staff at the trustee's office, Tim.
Oh man, we got a great staff. You know, we run a very lean operation at the trustee's office. There's only 7 of us total that are full-time employees. Now we do bring some people in during heavy tax season to help us during a short period of time. We've got going down the list there. You know, number 1, we got a senior accountant, Deborah Swafford. Deborah is a tremendous asset to our office. She looks at the information, she looks at the data, she looks at the opportunities for investment, and I'm glad to say Deborah is also my campaign finance person. So, and I'm gratefully, you know, to her for that for sure. So, and then we've got a couple of bookkeepers. We got Connie Farmer and Christy Dasher. They also share in some of the accounting responsibilities as well, but they're I think Mike kind of looks at them and said they make the magic happen. You know, they make sure our audit is good, our numbers are good, and ever since Mike came into office in 2006, we've had 0 findings on our audits. So I think that is quite an accomplishment, not only from from our bookkeeping side, our accounting side, our whole office as a whole. We've got a dedicated tax relief, tax freeze person. She also does some of the monies for our other departments like the sheriff's department, probation's, road department. She'll actually process some of that. Christy also helps with the tax relief on it some. And then we've also got our temporary people we bring in. Like I said, Dan Gilley, he's a retired Bradley County Sheriff, has helped us for several years. He's on my left. He's my wingman, I guess you say, and he does a tremendous job with us, and I really appreciate all of his help and support this. We've got a couple other people we bring in some just for heavy tax season, but normally we have the 7 people, and that's it.
Tim Akins making his campaign announcement, Bradley County Trustee. Well, I want to talk about the performance of the trustee's office. Tell me about that, Tim.
Yeah, one of the big things we have, we offer some services like the tax relief, tax freeze program. That's a tremendous program for our elderly disabled and our disabled veterans. We've got in 2025, we've actually got on our partial payment, we've got about 1,914 parcels, which is going to be about $1.6 million of people that are paying taxes throughout the year, accruing those payments in order to apply to their taxes when they come out. Our October rollover for our partial payment, and these are people, Steve, on the partial payment plan that started paying in March, and then October, we've accrued that money. We can't put that in our general fund at that point because it's not really ours. So in October, when the tax bills come out, we roll that money into it. And that gives our county a huge boost at that time. We're looking at rolling over this year about $630,000. Tax relief, we got 1,745 people on it. The state helps those people with their taxes, and that's a program we keep trying to get the message out. We've got a lot of people in our community that could take advantage of that tax relief, tax free program that, a lot of them say, well, I didn't know, but we try to get that information out. But the state this year, we're looking at, they're going to pay about $304,000 of taxes for people. Now, it's a portion here and a portion there for each one of them. Then our tax freeze program, we got over 1,000 people on it. And to me, that's a Bradley County program. That is one of the best programs because the elderly people that qualify for that, when they freeze their taxes, that year they freeze their taxes, unless they make some renovation or expansion, build another building, build a barn or whatever, their taxes are froze. And that's big. That's big. That's a huge help for them. We're looking at our tax collection for 2024 to be, well, it was in 2024, is about $52 million. And that's collected taxes. That's done right in our office at our counter through either people walking in, mailing it in, paying it online, mortgage payments. One of our tax services for our mortgage companies, they paid about 14,000 parcels last year. It's property, $12 million. So they got that. Then we've got, a pilot program as well that's helped some of our industry and businesses kind of. And people think that when we bring industry in Bradley County, that we bring them in, they don't have to pay any taxes. Well, that's not true. They may pay what they call a pilot. It's a payment in lieu of taxes. And this year we've got maybe about 8 or 10 people, a couple of $1 million in pilot payments.
All right. Well, Tim, how can people get more information about your campaign?
Well, I do have a Facebook page. I've been using my personal one, just Tim Akins, but I got Tim Akins for Trustee, for Bradley County Trustee. You can do that. I'm trying to be out in the community as much as possible, but, I have a job. I work. So I'm there at the office, Monday through Friday. I'd love to talk to people. You can reach out to me. But hopefully somebody knows me and knows you. So maybe we can get connected that way.
Tim Akins, his candidate announcement for Bradley County Trustee. Tim, thank you so much for coming in. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Steve. I appreciate the opportunity to speak with you.
Yes, sir. And here is an editor's note.